Valentine's Day is just around the corner, and what better way to toast to the occasion than with a selection of exceptional wines that will elevate your celebration. Joining us now with her top picks for a lovely holiday is wine and travel contributor Daniela Garrido. Daniela, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, happy hug day.
Yes.
So many different things to celebrate. And Jess, I actually have a little fun fact for you.
What's that?
Did you know that wine actually accounts for 50% of all alcohol sales during Valentine's Day?
Ooh.
So it's very clear that wine is kind of like the go-to when it comes to celebrating romance and getting something for your loved one. And actually sparkling wine skyrockets by 100% on Valentine's Day.
That
so
makes
it's the
sense.
go-to.
Yeah, it makes sense because you want to celebrate. You want to do it with like some wines and nice bubbles. So that makes total sense. So I love that you brought this whole gorgeous
Rosé
display.
And sparkling is all you're getting for Valentine's Day, but I feel like it fits.
Okay, yeah, rosé, sparkling rosé is one of my faves. So let's start with this one here. What do we have?
So we have to start with a Brut Cuvée, and that's because sparkling kind of gives you like that butterfly feeling that you get when you're in love.
Ooh.
So this Brut Cuvée is from one of my favorite Sonoma County producers. This is from J Vineyards.
Okay.
And this is their recently launched collaboration with the Grant Love Project, which is actually a nonprofit that focuses on promoting diverse artists, which is actually a mission of J Vineyards year-round, which is just to promote diversity, bring in different diverse chefs, diverse artists, and I love that this label says love on it. You know, so that's part of the Grant Love Project, and there are artists that put this together.
Incredible. J Vineyards, yeah, cheers to that.
Also, a quick little tip and trick, because I promised I would give you some tips and tricks when you're on a date, is oysters and this cuvee hand in hand.
Ooh.
I was actually just having oysters over the weekend, and my fiance and I kept fighting because he was like, no, I need a Sauvignon Blanc, and I was like, no, you actually need sparkling with that, but you can do whatever you want.
Listen, I think that you're going to win the argument when it comes to the right pairing.
And somehow
of
he
the
still
wine.
argues with me.
Of course, these guys, right?
Yeah. Okay, up next we have Gloria Ferrer, which is actually one of the first sparkling wineries in Carneros in Sonoma County, and they've just launched the ultimate Valentine's Day getaway. And so they're actually partnering with the Fairmont Inn and Spa over there in Sonoma County, two classics of Sonoma County coming together to do this exclusive suite that you can book for Valentine's Day or really year-round if you're looking for something romantic. And so I brought you here their Cuvée Rosé. Let me know what you think.
Okay.
It's very light, so easy to drink. And this is actually, again, gonna go great with pretty much everything because rosé is one of those wines that is so versatile and it goes with almost everything. It's very food friendly. So if you're ever on a date and you're like, I don't know what to order, I would go for a rosé. And if you can get a sparkling rosé, even better.
Okay, and I love how pretty this bottle is. I think this is
so
just
gorgeous.
All of these really. Rosé always is just feels like a celebratory moment. And I love how it's pretty, so it'll make a good gift. It'll make a great pour for your significant other. Cheers, this one's delicious.
Cheers. And if you book the Gloria Ferrer suite, you can actually book some exclusive like culinary experiences, wine tasting experiences, and private tours.
Okay, good one.
Just something to keep in mind. Okay, up next we have a rosé that is combining Provençal style rosé, which is actually the birthplace of rosé wine, and the grit and terroir of Paso Robles, which I know you also love. And so Dow is actually this brand that came together from two brothers that really wanted to make the most mundane moments in life something memorable. And so all of their wines are an ode to that. So whether it's your first date or your 50th or 150th date, I would go for a rosé from Dow Wines.
Okay.
And so this rosé is going to be very light. It's going to have those like flavors of strawberry, guava, fun to drink, again, very food-friendly, versatile wine.
This smells really delicious off the nose. Yeah, this smells really good.
Yeah, it has like a bit of that honeysuckle too, and I just love the guava flavors in this, and a beautiful pale pink color.
Ooh, all of these taste so different.
Good.
And so you know that they're gonna pair well with different dishes. What would you say this one goes with?
So I always say, I shout this from the rooftops. I said it today. I say it every time. Rosé pretty much goes with everything. Like really, it is so food friendly. But I would do this with like maybe like a creamier cheese, or also with like a citrusy salad.
Yeah, some pasta and salad. That would be perfect.
There you go.
Okay, delicious. You have one more here. This bottle's beautiful as well. What is this one?
So here we have No, spelled N-O-O-H, from Chateau La Costa. So this is actually coming from Provence, France, which, like I mentioned, is the birthplace of rosé. And I'm gonna let you sip it first. Let me know your thoughts. It's gonna give a light and elegant with very like small bubbles, but guess what? It's non-alcoholic. This is a non-alcoholic option. I feel like at this point, it is almost like rude to not have a non-alcoholic option for guests, especially if you're hosting like a Galentine's. And I feel like this is a great option to provide for those non-alcoholic guests, especially if they're like, maybe they're dry January spilling over into February. Again, this bottle is an art piece in and of itself. I feel like that's one of the pillars of this brand, like art, architecture, luxury, and this is gonna have like really small, elegant bubbles that tells you this is 100% wine and 0% alcohol.
I love that. You could have fooled me because tasting it, it tastes delicious. It tastes just like an alcoholic one.
That was what I wanted. I was like, let me test her out. Let me let her taste it first and then tell her.
Yes, I love this one. Cheers. I have a question for you. One more before I let you go. What is some other tips that you might have for just creating the perfect evening for celebrating with your girls or your significant other?
I feel like if you're having a Galentine's, my biggest tip is to have a non-alcoholic option, because I know tons of people that come over my house, they're like, I'm not drinking for X amount of reasons, right? And then I would say my biggest tip if you're going out on a date is to actually be very transparent with the som at that restaurant and be like, this is a price point I'm looking for. This is exactly what I'm looking for. Like, be open, be honest, and that's the best way to get your pairing. And then a sparkling. Sparkling wine goes a long way.
Cheers to you. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy
Thank you for all of these.